So in this video, we are going to be talking about pain points and why you should not be using them. I know that goes against the grain of what all the marketers say, but no, we don't need to use them. And I've got some scientific proof to back that up as well. You'll be very, very relieved. Now, you may have worked with a business coach before or read in a book or something like that, where they say, we need to know what your niche is so we can find their specific pain points. Now, they have a point, they really, really do have a point, part of the pun. And, finding pain points, we can sell to finding pain points, but I'm going to share with you right now why it's kind of, it's very outdated, really. You see, copywriting, and this is what we're really talking about, the words that sell and also persuasive language, really started to come about in the 19th century, the 1850s and onwards and things like that, when printing presses are out. They've been going for a couple of hundred years now anyway, and adverts were being placed. And we started to understand that pain points sell. So to give you an example of this, right, the birds are a bit loud here, by the way, aren't they? And to give you an example of that, let's talk about bleach. Nothing to do with divorce coaching. Right, you've got two different types of bleach. You've got brand A, it says household bleach multi-purpose, right? Brilliant. Brand B, it's bleach that kills all the bacteria that you can't see that makes you sick. Which one are you going to buy? You're going to go and buy brand B, right? Because it's just identified a pain point. And especially over the last 70 years, from the 1950s onward, copywriters and marketers and advertisers have got really, really good with selling on pain points, but still missing out on finding and helping supporting the right clients. Now, over the last 20 or 30 years, science has been telling us a few really, really cool things. Now, you might have heard of something called dopamine, and it's like a little thingy in your head. It's a little chemical explosion that goes off. We tend to get dopamine hits when we're flicking through TikTok or Facebook or whatever, or watching the television and stuff like that. People have emotions, and we recognize that emotions are chemicals. We know that now. It's a scientific fact. And what would you prefer to be? Would you prefer to be in pain, or would you prefer to be happy? Would you prefer to walk down the hard path, or would you prefer to walk down the smooth, interesting, easy, likable, fun, maybe even exciting path, right? And this is why pain points can sell, right? But they fall short. And so I'm going to ask you, right, if anybody's telling you to say, hey, find out what their pain points are, how about let's find out what their happiness points are. Let's find out about the transition or the transformation or the progress, however you want to describe it. What's that? Because where they are right now is point A, right? In fact, they might even be at point A. Point A is in the past, right? Point B is today, the present, and point C is the future. So point A could have some pain in it. Don't want to talk about that. They know all about it. Point B, they know where they are right now as well. You don't need to tell them. Point C is where they want to go. That step into the future. And that's the happiness points. So do we really need to be talking about negative pain points when they know what it is? Why do we need to hurt our clients? Why do we need to make them a little bit more emotional? That's quite manipulative in my opinion, and I think that doesn't bring out the right buying motives. If you really want to get somebody to get into your coaching, you want them to be motivated and elated to be working with you. We don't want them to be sad. We don't want them to be on the back foot. We don't want them to have despondency. And they're going to have an element of that anyway because of the situation that they're in. But when you get them on the phone to do that coaching with them, what sort of environment do you want them to be in? Yeah, you want them to be happy, light, interested, motivated, right? And it's easier and nicer to motivate somebody into pain. Now, when I did psychology years and years and years ago, I didn't do it to any great depth. It was just like coming out of school, like first year of college, sort of thing. And I learned something about negative reinforcement and positive reinforcement. And, Freud and Carl and Jung and all the rest of them, they've all spoken about negative reinforcement and, how it can have how you can make people do things with negative reinforcement. And this is what pain points are. But positive reinforcement, this is what motivates people. So this is going to sound terrible, but if you're a boss, okay, and of a company, and you're using negative reinforcement tactics, if we don't get this done, we could close down. The quality of work is not going to be great. It'll be rushed, it'll be pushed, it'll be done under stress and duress. But you change it around and you create an environment of positive reinforcement, then all of a sudden the work that's being done is being done with love, care, attention. There are fewer breakages, there are fewer returns, the quality of whatever's being produced is to a higher standard, and the customers really like it. It creates repeat custom, it creates unsolicited referrals. So I'm just taking that out of context slightly from where we are, but just to give you a bigger picture. So pain points, do we really need them? Nah. Our clients know what their pain points are already. Please dive into happiness points.